Hello, it's Sandra from Sandra's Wine Life, and it's 6 o'clock and it's Wine Wednesday. Who's gonna be joining? Hi, Deb and Fajar, all the way from Beirut. Nice to see you. So it's Wednesday, and I saw this statistic once, and it said that on Wednesdays, on normal life, when we're out and about and having our jobs and doing our life, that on Wednesdays, 76% of the alcohol, particularly wine, is consumed at home. Everybody stays at home and cooks on Wednesday. And the other thing I noticed this week, now that we are all in and not going out, I went to the grocery store. We try to limit that as much as possible. Went there the other day to pick up, what I need for my home. And I noticed the pasta aisle was wiped out. There was hardly any pasta there. And because we're all home cooking now, I thought, oh wow, why don't we just talk about some great pasta wines, right? Because we're all getting creative and cooking in our kitchens. So I'm actually going to show you a really favorite pasta of me and Barry and my son Bryce. My other son Chase, he's picky, he doesn't like anything. But the three of us love this one. I'm actually going to throw the pasta in the water here and get that started because, put that up to 8, turn my timer on. Let's see if it's going to work. It's not going to work. All right, I'll watch it up there. So I'm going to make this little pasta and some really great pasta wines. Now, I've been very lucky in my life. I started going to Italy over 30 years ago for work as a young model. I was in Milan for a long time. I'd go back and forth and get to go and shoot other things there and experience different parts of Italy, mostly out of Milan, and then I was, Rome, and I've been through Florence, and I'm just Venice several times. It's a bucket list place. You gotta go to Italy. What they've been going through is just unbelievable, and I look forward to supporting them again in the near future as soon as I can. And one of my favorite things that I have been even more lucky to do is the last 5 summers I've gone to this island called Sardinia, and where I actually met Fajar. Last summer we met in Sardinia, didn't we? The 2 islands, when you think of the boot, right above the toe is Sicily, and right above that is Sardinia. And it's raw and rustic, and it has a very elegant coast on the northeast side called Porto Cervo, which is, it's just beyond. It's just, put it on the bucket list. You gotta go. I miss you too. Mwah. And when you're in Sardinia, the one thing that I love there is their Vermentino white wine. And this one is Cantina Sant'Adi. And the Vermentino wines that are famous in Sardinia, that's their wine. That is their white wine that they make, and it is so delicious and bright, and it goes with the food that's in Sardinia. You absolutely want to have their linguine with clams, right? They have these little tiny sweet clams with just this light, bright, fresh, lemony, buttery pasta sauce. And this wine is the perfect wine if you're gonna make a little linguine with clam sauce or something really bright, maybe with shrimp. To share this Vermentino wine with you is this is a piece of my heart. I just love going there. I feel so fortunate to spend time and have friends that live there. So cheers to all of you in Sardinia, and sending you my love and best wishes. For those of you that like Sauvignon Blanc, you would like this. This is bright and citrusy, almost a little lime to it. And it's very acidic and bright. So if you're having something, say, with butter in it, or, it'll cut through those cheeses and that sort of, it's a really nice summery, you drink it nice and cold. This wine is so fantastic. And you can find it, I think a few years ago, I didn't see it so much, but now you can find Vermentino wines on wine lists. You can find it in wine shops. All the wines tonight I got at Moe's here in Fairfield, Connecticut. Hi, Mo. And this Vermentino, I'll show you the label again, and I'll post these afterwards. de los Soleils, Vermentino di Sardegna. And again, put it on your bucket list and go there because, wow, it is so spectacular. Absolutely spectacular. Got to bring my mom and dad last year, which was really, really exciting to have that whole experience with them and my boys. So you've got regions all over. I'm going to give the pasta a stir. You've got regions all over Italy, right? And it can be confusing with, Tuscany and Piedmont and up in the Veneto region is where they do outside of Venice is where they make all the Prosecco and stuff. So when you're looking at a country like Italy and you want to look at some wines that are like great table wines, great pasta wines, you pick little sections, right? So I wanted to show you the Sardinian white wine, which I love, love, love. Right below it is Sicily. They have fantastic wines in Sicily. And I have not been to Sicily yet, so that's on my list when I get back over there. A lot of the vineyards there are producing organic and vegan wines. This one from Tonino is an organic white wine. It's a Pinot Grigio. Now, we all know Pinot Grigio. It can be a little different in different parts of Italy, but this one from Sicily, again, organic, great, bright, fresh, fruity. Pinot Grigios can be really, really fruity. They can almost be a little, I don't know, peachy, or they can be really a real fruit-forward wine. But this one from Sicily is, again, organic grapes. Ooh, it smells just really fresh, like really fruity and bright. Now, the difference, this has a lot more body. This one has a much more full, like Pinot Grigios can be. They're more full body than that light, bright, fresh Vermentino. But this one, about $14 a bottle. So is the Vermentino. You'd be hard pressed to find a Vermentino more than $16, $17. They're really, really great value wines. This one I think is a great value wine too. I'll show it to you. See, Tonino is the vineyard here. Pinot Grigio, made with organic grapes. It says it right on the front, so you can't miss it. And this wine I think is a great match for the pasta that I'm making for you tonight to share with you. This is a carbonara with pancetta and mushroom, and this would be a great one because there's a significant weight to the eggs in this sauce and the Parmesan cheese. So really great for your pasta making at home. Pinot Grigio, right? Pinot Grigio pasta. That's exactly what you always think of in a white wine. I don't know if any of you saw tasting the white wine this last Sunday. Andrea Bocelli, he did a concert live from the Duomo in Milan, all by himself, just him and the organist, and singing the most beautiful, beautiful songs. Toward the end, he walked out of the Duomo into the big open piazza, and it was just him and a microphone singing Amazing Grace in English in front of that magnificent church, and the whole concert was just amazing. It was beautiful. And of course, being a wine person, I thought, I wonder what kind of wine Andrea Bocelli likes, right? So you can Google anything. And yes, you saw it too, right, Pajar? It was stunning, that concert. You can probably look it up. It's on his YouTube channel, Andrea Bocelli's YouTube channel. It's worth to watch. So I looked it up. I thought, what does he like? And first it said, Andrea Bocelli is known for his love of white wine, which made me think of this. But then I read further, he grew up in Tuscany on a vineyard, his family vineyard, Bocelli Family Vineyards. I was blown away. I had no idea. And he worked the farm when he was a young boy with his brothers, and until everyone in the family loves to sing. And as his eyesight started going, his mother put him into serious singing lessons, and that's how his career got grown. So I wanted to get some of those Bocelli wines, and I talked to people at Moe's, and I looked around, and for some reason they don't ship them here to Connecticut. But I just thought that was really a cool kind of story, and that his family is still running it. And if you can look up Bocelli Family Wines where you are. Maybe you can try some. They have a Pinot Grigio, they have a Prosecco, a Sangiovese, you know, all great priced wines too. I just thought that was nice. Andrea Bocelli. Oh, you have to look up that concert. It was so beautiful. I think the pasta is about done. Like I said, when I went to the store, all the pastas were wiped out. So tonight's recipe I usually do with rigatoni. There was no rigatoni in the store. So let me see if this is ready. I think it needs just another minute. Leave that there. There was no rigatoni in the store, so I'm using a penne mosta cuccioli short penne. You can do this with spaghetti, you can do it with linguine, anything. For some reason we like the tubes. The last wine I want to show you is also from Sicily. And like Vermentino is the famous wine in Sardinia, this one was from Cantina Colossi. This is Nero d'Avola. And Nero d'Avola is the name of the grape that they grow in Sicily. This wine is great for pasta, great for hamburgers, great for steaks, anything you're throwing on the grill. It's a big wine. If you like Cabernets, you're gonna like the Nero d'Avola. Again, the name of the grape. Sicily is famous for it. It's big, spicy, bold. This wine, and I love showing wines. Again, another $14 bottle of wine. See the pretty label there. You can find this everywhere. You can find this wine all over. These are not, again, I never show obscure stuff. I like to be able to show you things that you can call your wine shop and go there and have it, you know, they bring it out to your car. So easy, right? You send your little email in. So you can send in some of these $14 fantastic pasta wines. So, so good. I love this. Wow. That's big. That is like, there's a lot in that bottle for $14, I gotta tell you. Lots of fruit, really plummy, jammy, tannins. It's got some nice tannins, but not too much. It's not too bad. You know, like it's not so dry on the tongue. This is my friend in Kuwait, she says they ran out of onions. Imagine, they ran out of onions. We ran out of rigatoni pasta and toilet paper, and they ran out of onions in Kuwait. I'm so sorry. So Nero d'Avola, of course, you'll find all different ones at your wine shop. But this one, for the price, the flavor, the nice tannin, the fruit forward, the beautiful finish. It actually has a really nice, almost like a little chocolatey kind of a thing on there. I'll taste it again. It smells beautiful. I really like this wine. Great pizza wine. Again, great pasta wine. Speaking of which, it's ready. I'm gonna turn this off and drain it. And you wanna, you know, whenever you're doing these pastas, you always wanna save a little bit of the liquid just in case the, I forgot to put my colander out. In case the sauce is a little too heavy, you can thin it out with your sauce. Now, what's nice about this sauce is the heat from the pasta is what cooks the sauce. You can't even see me. Hi, I'm over here. The heat from the sauce, the pasta, is what's going to cook this sauce. Now, what I've done is I've beaten 6 eggs and put in all the fresh Parmesan cheese, a little salt and pepper. That is your sauce. I'm going to pour the pasta in, and it actually tempers and cooks the eggs. Here is my pancetta and mushrooms. I cooked the pancetta first, and then added the mushrooms and cooked them down, and then threw in a little bit of garlic. So here's the pancetta and mushrooms in with my eggs and Parmesan cheese. when I wrote out the recipe, I said like a cup of Parmesan. I used like 2.5 cups. You know, the creamier, cheesier, yummier, the better, right? You want to get out all the pancettas. I know a friend of mine said she doesn't eat pancetta, or is it hard to find? If it's hard to find the pancetta, you can use regular bacon. You know, it's there's something about the pancetta, the little cubes though. Oh, hi Maureen. Pancetta is amazing, right? It's like chewy. And as I'm folding this pasta into this sauce, it is absolutely getting creamy, silky. I'm just moving around, and the heat from how easy is that? The heat from, hi Howard, is cooking and making your sauce. It is gorgeous. I use these really nice organic eggs, so it's got like a nice golden, beautiful color. And it's done. How easy is that? You sprinkle a little fresh parsley from my garden. My parsley's growing in my garden. I'm so happy to have my chives and parsley back. And that is it. This is so worth it to try. I'm gonna put a little bit in this bowl right here. Hey Barry, come have some pasta. He's shy, he doesn't want to come on camera. I'm telling you, phenomenal. Little dash of the thing on top. Ooh, I get to try it, don't I? I'm gonna get my fork. Now again, because this has the pancetta and the mushroom, which is really rich, the Nero d'Avola is gonna go great with that. That will go great with any ragouts that you're doing, anything with, you know, anything richer. The bigger the food, the bigger the wine, right? So if you're doing like a nice clams or shrimp, you go for the vermentino. You're gonna go a little richer with like a nice creamy egg sauce, or, you know, some sun-dried tomatoes or anything like that. You'll go with the Pinot Grigio. Look who's here. You have to have a bite.
Yum.
Come here.
Yum.
He likes it. Yum. He loves this. One more. I'll make you a nice big bowl. Mwah. That's Barry. So I hope you try these pasta night, all right? I mean, we get some great recipe. This is so simple. I hope you try that. Again, try the vermentino if you're doing pasta with shrimp or clams. Try a nice Pinot Grigio. These again are from Sardinia and Sicily. This one will go great with this creamy, cheesy sauce, really bright and fruity. And then the Nero d'Avola, if you make a nice ragu or meatballs or anything with sausage, you know, peppers, sausage, pasta, or orecchiette, something like that. The Nero d'Avola is, again, the name of the grape from Sicily. We'll do some other regions some other time, but these are fantastic $14 bottles of great pasta wines. So happy Wednesday, Wine Wednesday, everybody. Cheers. And I hope to see you next week when we'll do something else. I think next week we're doing try this, not that. So if you're in a Chardonnay rut, I'm going to suggest some wines to get you out of your Chardonnay rut. If you're in a Sauvignon Blanc rut or a Cabernet rut, we're going to show you some wines that are maybe learn something new, right? This is what we're going to use our time here at home, one, to be positive and healthy. And I know Barry and I are both very grateful to be healthy again after having this virus. And I wish you all much peace and happiness and great wine and great pasta. And I'll see you next week. Mwah, to my friends, mwah, to my family, mwah, to everybody who's enjoying a glass of wine with me tonight. Cheers. See you soon.